Hello, my dear students. This is Payal ma'am here. So, in your previous class, you would have already practiced well the diagram of the parts of a plant, where you labeled the various parts of the plant. Now, let us recall these once again.
Parts of a plant. Root. Stem. Leaf. Flower. And fruit. The root. The root grows under the ground. There are two types of root systems. They are taproot system and fibrous root system. Taproot system. When a seed germinates, a single root grows vertically down into the soil. Taproot system is found in most of the dicot plants, like castor, pea, mango, gram, and beans. Fibrous root system. In fibrous root system, the primary root is short-lived and is replaced after some time by a cluster of thin fiber-like roots arising from the base of the stem. These roots spread from a common point and are about the same size. Fibrous root system is found in most of the monocot plants, like wheat, maize, rice, and grasses.
I hope, students, you have followed the video well. Now, let us discuss in details about the root. So, root is an underground part of the plant. So, you don't see it from outside, it is buried deep under the soil. So, the roots become thick and woody with a corky outer layer as the plant grows bigger. So, not only it grows bigger in size, but it also develops a corky layer, a cork outside the stem that we will just see after this slide. So roots help in conservation of soil. Okay, soil conservation means what? They help to bind the soil and protect it from getting washed away. So the roots, they hold the soil tightly in place, which doesn't let them to be washed away by the water or blown away by the wind. So that's why the roots play an important role in the absorption as well as fixation that we will study just now. Okay, so this is the cork that I was talking about. Can you see this greenish part outside? Okay, so outside the stem or the bark, this corky layer it develops. Okay, as the tree grows bigger and older. Okay, now I think you are already familiar. If you have gone through the book and you have gone through the video that I've just now showed you, there are two types of roots. One is the tap root and the other is the fibrous root. Okay, so there are two types of roots. Now, tap root. Tap root, it is a single long root with thin roots arising from it. So, as you can see in the picture on the right side, there's a thick root in the center. Okay, and from there, small roots are arising at the side. So, there's a main root in the center, and all the other thin roots are arising from that central root. Examples of plants with such kind of roots or the tap roots are beans, rose, ladyfinger, neem, and peepal. So here are the examples of the roots of a rose plant and the roots of beans. Okay, so you can see here there's the main root over there and the other roots or the thin roots are arising from the sides. Now let us move on with the fibrous root. Now fibrous roots, why they are called fibrous roots? Fiber means thread like. Okay, in our clothes that we wear. Okay, the cloth is made up of fibers. Okay, either cotton, synthetic. Fiber means what? Thread like. So fibrous root also means the same. The roots are thread like. Okay, so many roots, thread like, they arise from the base of the stem, and these kinds of roots are found in all the cereals. Okay, all the cereals means whatever cereals you have, like rice, wheat, maize, all the cereals have got roots like fibrous root. Okay, apart from that, the grasses. Okay, if you just lift up a grass by its root, then you will be able to see that the grass has got thread like roots. Okay, so it has also got fibrous root. Apart from this, the banana plant, it has also got the fibrous root. Now you can see here, as I told you already, the roots of the grass, they are fine thread like. Can you see over here on the left hand side? So these are like fine thread like roots. Similarly, you just observe the roots of paddy. Okay, paddy means rice. So you see over here the roots, they are fine thread like. So this is what are the examples of your fibrous roots.
Of plant. This is a grass in which all the roots come out from the same point, from the same base of the stem and spread in different directions. This type of root is called fibrous root. See one main root coming out, from which side roots come out. The main root and the side roots, this type of root system is called taproot system.
Okay, now let us discuss about the functions of the roots. So it helps the plants to absorb minerals and water from the soil. So who is going to help the plants to absorb minerals and water? So it is the roots. It holds the plants upright in the soil. Thus, fixation and absorption are the main functions of the roots. Now, roots may perform various functions, but what are the important amongst them? So, it fixes the plant in the soil. So, fixation, and it helps in the absorption of minerals and water from the soil. So, absorption, fixation and absorption are the main functions of the roots. Okay, now there are some roots which are meant for performing some special functions. For example, the plants like radish, carrot, beetroot, they have thick roots which store food for the plant. Okay, now the plant makes the food, and here in this plant, like radish, carrot, and beetroot, the food gets stored in these parts, okay, in the roots, and that these roots can be eaten by both man and animals, right? We eat them. We eat radish, we eat carrot, we eat beetroot, turnip, and so on. So these roots which can be eaten by us, they are called as edible roots. Edible means something which is fit to be eaten. Okay, so that's why these are all examples of your edible roots. So roots which store food in them which we can eat, such kind of roots are called as edible roots. So you see here the carrot, radish. Okay, these are all examples of your edible roots. Now, in some plants, roots provide extra support to the plant. For example, the branches of a banyan tree get extra support with the help of special roots that grow downwards from the branches. So let us see the picture of a banyan tree. So here you see, actually the banyan tree is huge. It's very large and it grows throughout its life. Okay, and it grows into a very big size, huge size. So since it grows into a huge size, it becomes very heavy. Okay, so a single stem cannot bear such a weight, such a heavy weight. So what happens is the stems or the branches, from them also some roots grow downwards. These roots meant for, they are meant for giving extra support from the sides, so that the branches don't break and fall down due to the heavy weight of the tree. Whereas in some plants like maize, they have got very thin and long stems, just the opposite of banyan tree. Banyan tree was having thick branches. Now here, maize is having very thin and long stems, which require extra support to keep them erect. Now they are very thin, they cannot stand straight all by their own. So such plants have got roots arising from the base of the stem, so that they are able to give support to the plant. Now in the mangrove plants, roots do not get sufficient oxygen in the marshy areas. Now, mangrove plants are found exclusively in the marshy areas. Okay, if you go to areas like Sundarban and all, you will find such kind of plants growing over there. Okay, in such plants, some breathing roots come out of the soil to get fresh air from the atmosphere. So, such roots are found in banyan tree, maize, and mangrove, and these roots are also called as aerial roots. Now aerial means air. Okay, so since they are coming out, they are growing outwards and coming out in search of air, that's why they have been named as aerial roots. Now see an example over here. So whatever erect things you are seeing over here, they are standing tall. You might think that these are stem. No, these are the roots which are growing upwards. They are coming out of that marshy land. They are not able to get sufficient oxygen down. So in search of that oxygen, they come out. Okay, so these are called as breathing roots. See here another example. Can you see these small roots over here coming out? So these are all the examples of your breathing roots. Now next we will move on with the exercises. So I hope you have already done this if you have understood the chapter, and if you haven't, then it's a good opportunity for you to answer with me. If you have understood the chapter well, you'll be able to very easily answer these questions. So I'm giving you some time, just think. Yes, time's up. Now it's time to reveal the answers. So the answers are here. So the underground dash is the underground part of a plant. So which is the underground part of the plant? It is the root. Next, roots absorb dash and dash for the plant. So roots absorb what for the plant? They absorb water and minerals for the plant. Neem and people have which type of roots? Exactly, tap roots. Dash and dash are edible roots. So edible roots example, you can write anything. You can even write turnip. You can write beetroot also. Okay, so here I have just written radish and carrot. So if you have thought of other answers, even those are correct. Now mangrove plants have dash roots. So which kind of roots they have? They have aerial roots. Now next we will proceed on with the true or false. Okay, so here are the questions for you. Carrot and beetroot store food in them. Beans and rose have fibrous roots. All roots are edible. Roots do not get sufficient oxygen in marshy areas. So here are the answers. Carrot and beetroot store food in them. Yes, that's true. They are both an examples of edible roots. Now, beans and rose have fibrous roots. So it's false. They are examples of tap roots. All roots are edible. Are all the roots edible? Do we eat all the roots? No. There are only few edible roots. So it's false. Roots do not get sufficient oxygen in marshy areas. That's true. Roots do not get sufficient oxygen in the marshy areas. That's why they come out. Now next we have the choose the following. So here are the questions. Just think which are the probable correct answers. Yes, time's up. So the root of this plant stores food. Out of this, which is the correct answer? Carrot. So the carrot stores food. This plant has a taproot. We have already discussed this. So this is the answer will be rose. These plants have breathing roots. So which plant have breathing roots? The mangrove. I hope all your answers are right. Okay, now next, I have also given the solved question and answers of the book. So you can take the screenshot of this and you can copy down in your copies. So the first question is, name the two different types of roots. So what is the answer? The two different types of roots are taproot and fibrous root. Now next, give two examples of plants having fibrous roots. So what are the examples of plants having fibrous roots? Grasses and banana. You can even write cereals, but just copy down what I have just written. Yes. Now the next question is, why do aerial roots need to come out of the soil? So the answer is, aerial roots need to come out of the soil as they do not get sufficient oxygen in the marshy areas. Okay, now next question. So here they have asked to draw the shape of the taproot and the fibrous root. So there's this picture given in your book. You can just as it is copy down on the white page, on the blank page. Okay, you will write the question on the ruled side. You can write over there, or you can even write above the diagram. The next question is, in what way or ways is the taproot different from the fibrous root? So this is a differentiate question, difference question. So you need to make two columns. So in the first column you will write taproot, and in the next column you will write fibrous root. The answer is, taproot is a single long root with thin roots arising from it, and in fibrous root it is many roots arise from the base of the stem. Now examples of taproots are beans, rose, ladyfinger, neem and peepal. Whereas the examples of fibrous roots are found in all the cereals, grasses and banana. Now next question is, state the two main functions of roots. So the answer is, the two main functions of roots are as follows. First, it helps the plants to absorb minerals and water from the soil. And next is, it holds the plant upright in the soil. So absorption and fixation are the two main functions done by the roots. Now next question is, in what way are the roots of banyan tree and the maize special? So the answer is, the roots of banyan tree and maize are special in the following ways. The branches of a banyan tree get extra support with the help of special roots that grow downwards from the branches. Maize have thin and long stems which require extra support to keep them erect. Such plants have roots arising from the base of their stem that help to support the plant. So what you will do now is, you will take a screenshot of each and every answer that I have written over here, and you will copy them down in your copies.